Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line, so this is going to come out to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call. All right, so they'll march backwards on the illegal block in the back.
And that's always a really tough call for the official, and I tend to give the benefit of the doubt. Remember, a block from the side is legal, but that time they made the determination that that one did come in the back.
That's caught left side, Burden. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's a gain of 34. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line. A handoff, Swift running to the left. And he is going to lose yardage here. Tyree Wilson getting back there in a hurry and handing him a loss.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
To throw, it's Williams. Now he'll tuck this and run. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Even though it's the opening drive of the game, he wasn't shy about taking off and running with the football, even knowing the defense is definitely going to take their shots at him, and that's exactly what they did. He better learn to slide, otherwise he won't be around to finish this one.
To the air, Williams. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. So on 4th down, Cairo Santos on now for the Bears field goal. Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
And one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Looking to put a drive together. Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. The Raiders hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Hey, here we go.
Geno now to throw. Now he's going to step, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And got his man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 38. Gino going to hand it to Genty. Nifty move. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. 2 carries for him now on the opening drive, both for good yardage.
And based on film study, they thought that there was a chance to spring him more than once for some pretty good yardage in this game.
Hey, here we go, hey.
Right back to Genty on 1st down. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Hey, here we go.
Smith now to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Hey, we go, Salon. Finish Salon.
A shotgun snap for Smith. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Brock Bowers, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. Extra point by Carson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
They'll go play action here with Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now it's 3rd and 4. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific a week ago when they went over Washington.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we get this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll return it from the 6. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas, the homestanding Raiders with a football here as they've got it second down and 12. Well, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Smith. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That's taken on the 25. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
This is Swift on the counter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he will have the Bears first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
That's complete right side to Kmet. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Cole Kmet, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Santos with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Raiders 7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt, then you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
At the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 4. Now it's Smith. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Myers. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a toss to Genty, headed right. Loose inside the 30, inside the 10, and he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. 90 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half. And runs like that with explosiveness, that's what this rookie can bring to the table.
And add to it speed, patience, vision. A rookie has all of that. That's usually a veteran's combo plate. I love this guy.
Here's Mostert, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Gino. His pass caught at the 4. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. 2 minutes remaining in the 1st half. 10-7 our score. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Smith. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The kick by Carlson is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Williams. Pass caught by Burden. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Swift going to try at the middle. And he's got room. Now he's free at the 35. And down to the 16-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 51 yards. They needed less than a foot, and they got a lot more feet than that. Quite a run there on 3rd and short.
As a running back, you love when the defense is stacked near the line of scrimmage. You know it's going to be heavy slogging in the beginning, but if you break free, nothing but green grass ahead of you.
Yep, smooth sailing and a big run because of it. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Second and 11. Throwing is Williams. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Third down and 10.
What is that?
To throw, Williams. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they will take the lead at 13-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
There we go. Good shot.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Here's a 2nd and 5. Now Geno. Throw left side, pulled in by Tucker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Here we go, here we go.
On first down, it's Jeanty. And a pretty good burst there as he gets this across midfield and down to the 46. 103 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Y'all gotta pump my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic.
So into Bear territory now. This is first and 10 at the 46. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Here's second and 7. To throw is Smith. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 19. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
First and 10.
So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20. A run out of the gun with Jeanty. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the Bears' 20-yard line.
Smith. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bowers. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Jeanty is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. Once again, it's Jeanty. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That second down play nets a -4.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
Now Smith on third and goal. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
19 yards there on the catch and run. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Williams. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Working out of the gun, Williams. A pass complete to Odunze. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line.
That's good for the Bears. First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now, hang on here because DeAndre Swift injured on that last play and in need of a little assistance. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. To throw, it's Williams. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on third down. To the air, Williams. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
You know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
The Raiders on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Smith. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's A.J. Cole now. as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fielded just inside the 20. Escapes the defender. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
This is 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's Williams. He's got this complete to Burton. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
First down. A 4-yard pickup on the play. And the Bears.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Finding room at midfield. And he shreds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Chicago.
Here's Swift. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
One more time with Swift. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins.
It's 4th down and goal.
Santos' kick is up and through. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And they will wrangle them down a couple of yards shy of the 30.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
The drive will begin with a run by Genty. And they'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defense in front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
There we go.
Geno now to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Tucker. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drop for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Plenty of time. All three timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Back to throw, Smith. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
So with your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Once again, it's Swift. And he'll find his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. This is 1st and 10. Here's Smith. Got his man. It's Thornton. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put out one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
That's to the left side where he's got Bowers. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Smith. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Oh, man, late in the tight ball game, every play so critical, you feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Smith's going to throw it. That's complete. It's Ashton Jeanty. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. First things first here, they got to pick up the 1st down.
And remember, it is 4th down, so they've got to pick up a completion here. Otherwise, this one's over.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. They snap it to Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Chicago, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they're going to fall to 3-1 as they suffer there.